So after months, Cinder just dropped her Google Doc. It's 1,000 pages, basically explaining everything that happened. And I actually read the whole thing. I didn't. I wasn't able to see a lot of the images because the document is still like it's being viewed a lot, and so yeah, a lot of the images aren't loading for me. But regardless, I just wanted to give my opinion on this. And to anyone who's like, "Oh, but you're a small VTuber, your opinion doesn't matter." Well, anything in the VTubing space to me matters and is relevant to me. So if you don't know me, firstly, my name is Zojie Rain. I'm a Stormy Fox V-singer, VTuber, and I stream a variety of content, but mostly make music. I produce my own music and sing, and play lots of games. And so, anything that happens in the VTubing space affects me. And so it is important to me. VTubing is extremely important to me. And that's why I'm making this video. So I would like to basically start off by just summarizing this document for those who don't have time to read it or didn't bother to read it. And basically, Cinder is coming forward with, I'm not the only person who's a bad VTuber. Sometimes everyone is a human and makes mistakes, and I'm no different. And Red is no different either. And yes, we made mistakes. Yes, I was selfish and I did wrong things. But so does everybody else. And, basically defending herself with proof, saying that she doesn't deserve to get canceled for this behavior, and that she is going to continue streaming and making content and spending time with her pyro pups, whether people like it or not. And she doesn't want anyone to get hate on her behalf for sharing these things. And she just wants to basically make content again, and basically is like, if you don't like me, then bye, fine. If you do, then great. Don't care, I'm gonna keep making content anyways. And so now I'm going to move on to my opinion of this. I wanted to give my raw, unfiltered reaction response as a VTuber myself. I've been VTubing now for just over a year, still relatively new to this space. And I honestly, from the beginning of when I first saw Cinder, I kind of did get a mean girl vibe from her. I'm not going to lie. Because I usually can just kind of catch a vibe on people right away. It was kind of yeah, she seems like she's really focused on herself and her thing and her own world, right? And I can relate because I'm kind of the same way a lot of the time, and I think most VTubers are. But I definitely got some mean girl vibes from her. But you know what? I also get mean girl vibes from a lot of other VTubers too. So I didn't really think much of it. And I followed her and I would watch her streams sometimes, whatever. And then this whole thing comes out, right? And it was just kind of oh, dang. And at the time, I also was like, well, that's bad behavior. And it's just not something that I really like to see in the space that I love so much, that I put a lot of time myself into as well. And so I basically, I was honestly kind of on the Cinder hate train with everyone else. And now after reading this, I really regret it. And I've been thinking lately that we were all too hard on Cinder. I think that everyone rushed to hate on her, and I think it maybe for me it was because I already kind of knew that I could kind of tell, even from the complete outside looking in, right? I could kind of tell, but I also get that vibe about a lot of other VTubers as well, but I don't really say anything because I have nothing to base it off of other than just my own general vibes. It's not really good to base my entire opinion of someone based on my vibes alone, so I don't. But I kind of did in this case, and now I kind of feel bad about it. I'm honestly surprised it took her this long to come back, because if she loves VTubing even a fourth of as much as I do, she just wants to keep doing it because she loves to do it. And I don't think it has really anything to do with money at this point. I think she's probably good. I honestly I think we were all too hard on Cinder, and that it's Yes, she was bad and she did bad things, and she has admitted to that. And I think that at this point, after this document, Cinder has done everything she can possibly do. There's nothing more that she can do other than apologize and move forward. She did take some time away, and like she said she was going to do, she recognized that in her original apology she made mistakes, and that like she has worked to resolve and tried to like explain that she was really like thrown off guard because Cinder didn't post a Google Docie. She wasn't the one that did that shit. She just was like left trying to defend herself to the masses. And that's really stressful for anyone. So obviously she recognized a lot of flaws in her Google Doc and her initial apologies. And she decided to not be like, yeah, that was like not a good thing for me to have said. And she basically like kind of dissects her old apology in this 1,000-page new document. And I honestly like I honestly I respect the hell out of her for doing this. She's basically being like, yo, like, you know, I may have been bitchy, but I literally, like, everyone else is too, and has the capacity to be. And like, Cinder didn't commit any crimes. She didn't, like, hurt anyone other than emotionally. And, like, I think the reaction to her was just so over the top. And the other VTubers had every right, of course, to have their own opinions and be, you know, upset about her actions. I think that that's true for literally anybody that was involved. It's like, you know, sometimes you only see things from your side, but personally, I don't think Google Docs are a good way to solve or resolve issues in like 99% of cases, and that it probably just should have been something between all of them privately. But that's just me. I don't think it needed to become like this like whole thing. And I just think that, like, you know, dogpiling, no pun intended, on Cinder was just, you know, I think it was a way, it was a way for them to resolve or absolve themselves their own actions, like Cinder was saying in her document, because honestly, this is the entertainment industry. People forget the VTubing space is entertainment, and the entertainment industry can be, say it with me, shitty. Sometimes people are competitive. People step on each other to get ahead. I took like 10 years almost away from the entertainment industry before starting VTubing because I was like, wow, this sucks. Even though it was like literally everything I had like studied for in college and like pretty much built my whole life around. And then I was like, wow, a lot of this really sucks. And I got kind of jaded. And so I decided to take some time away from it and, you know, come back into it. And I fully know what to expect. It is what it is. And sometimes people do that. I'm not saying it's right for them to do that. And I try to avoid being a bad person. But sometimes you're going to unintentionally hurt people's feelings simply by being successful or whatever, because people get jealous. People think that you had priority over them, whatever, etc., like this. And that's just the entertainment industry. It's just business, right? So that's like, it is kind of, it's part of it. And, you know, I don't think it was right to, you know, do that to Cinder to do that to her friends, but I also don't think it was nice of her friends to come back with Google Docies and completely cancel her. I don't think that was a good thing to do. It wasn't very nice. You know, I think that some of the VTubers had every right to be upset, and I think that other ones were a little harsh, and I think we all were really harsh on Cinder. And I don't think that she really deserved that. However, I do like to see that type of behavior called out sometimes, a little bit, because it's like, hey, like, you know, maybe just like do this because you enjoy it and it's fun. It doesn't always have to be about, you know, like competing with each other. Like, let's lift each other up instead of competing with each other. I don't like that the industry's like that. And so, yeah, that's, I think that like Cinder is, you know, I think that she's done everything she can possibly do. And honestly, like the fact she's just like, I'm going to come back and do it whether you like it or not. And good for her. Good for her. Honestly, hell yeah. Like I respect her so much more now that she has like said that and she's just going to come back um after everything that happened. Like that's kind of like Oshi worthy behavior. And even though like I haven't always been like a super big fan of Cinder, I wasn't really a pyro pup. I mean, I did pop in a couple times, but I wasn't like a loyal pyro pup or anything. And I did join the hate bandwagon at first because I was like, oh, that sucks, you know, to be shitty. But again, she didn't commit any crimes. She didn't harm anyone other than emotionally. So, you know, I think that she has every right to come back and not get harassed or doxxed or hated on for it just because she was kind of mean to some other VTubers. I think that going forward, like, she's done everything she can do, right, to move forward. And if she wants to do this because she loves it, then I fully support that. And I wish her nothing but the best going forward. And if she happens to see this, you know, I hope she knows I respect the hell out of her. pun not intended. But I do respect her a lot. And, you know, I hope that people find it in their heart to forgive and recognize that people make mistakes and that it's okay to make mistakes sometimes, but then it's important to learn from those mistakes and grow as a person and not make them again. And I think that Cinder articulated that very well in this doc, and a lot of people won't even read all of it. A lot of people will try to say this or that, whatever. But honestly, like, she's done the best she can do, and it sucks that she's had to defend herself so heavily like this. I don't think that any of the Google Docs should have ever been posted. I don't think that I should even be making this video because I don't think the whole thing should have ever happened in the first place the way it did. But, you know, sometimes it's nice when behavior gets called out like this, but it would have been nicer if maybe Nanolist had talked to Cinder about this and some other people, and they could have been like, hey, Cinder, let's talk about this. And then, you know, and then maybe Cinder could have made a post being like, hey, so I've been, you know, kind of self-centered lately and like unfairly seeing my friends as competition. And I just, you know, want to say that going forward, like maybe she could have taken like a couple weeks off and then just, you know, been like, yeah, like, you know, some stuff happened and then everybody could have been on the same page and it would have been nice. Like, I don't know. Like, I think that probably would have been better than Google Docs. So I don't know if you're watching this, don't make Google Docs about people. Just talk to them directly. Like, what is so, I don't know what's so hard about that. I know that people are busy and stuff, but if you have time to type up a massive Google Doc, you could just like talk to people and like whatever, you know? But in Cinder's case here, I don't blame her for posting the Google Doc because that was the medium that this all started in. So Cinder was posting Google Docs to defend herself, whereas other people were posting Google Docs to attack her. And so, you know, who's really the bully here at the end of the day, right? I just don't think it's right to do. And even though I love some of, well, really almost all of the VTubers that are involved in this, I love them. I really do. And so, you know, it's hard to see when all of your Oshis are fighting each other and doing this. I just think that, you know, in like all of us smaller VTubers, we look up to you guys. And I think that you guys should set a better example for especially for like the really young VTubers, the 18, 19-year-olds, the babies that are coming into the space, you know. I think that we need to set a better example for them and do better and communicate better. I would love for VTubing to be like a bit of like a safer environment in the entertainment industry because it is awful. A lot of areas of it are just really bad. And yeah, so I've experienced it firsthand, and I know I've seen it all. I've seen it all. So, you know, I've been backstabbed. I've been taken advantage of. I've had people try to assault me. I've had all kinds of things happen to me in the past, like before VTubing within the entertainment industry, because I was born into it, right? So I just like, I know firsthand like how it can be, and the VTubing space is actually a lot nicer seeming than that most of the time, but I don't like seeing this stuff enter the space because that was the whole thing I was trying to kind of get away from. And I love VTubing so much because it combines all of the things that I really love and I'm interested in: art, music, singing, tech stuff. I love it all. I love doing every aspect of VTubing is something that I enjoy. And so, I can understand Cinder wanting to come back simply because she enjoys it, right? And I think that she has every right to be welcomed back by the Pyro Pups, even if, like, other VTubers don't forgive her. I definitely do. And I think that you should consider that as well, that humans be humans and we all make mistakes. And she literally was just like, it was so blown out of proportion. She, like, it just was, man. A lot of drama for some hurt feelings is kind of crazy, honestly. And I'm not trying to invalidate any other VTubers' feelings, but anyways, I think I've said like everything that I wanted to say probably multiple times. Sorry, I don't have a script or anything, so I was just kind of going off the seat of my rainstorm in the background. I just wanted to basically say my piece on it. And if you watch this whole video, feel free to drop a like and a subscribe, and maybe come hang out with me on stream sometime if you want to. But yeah, I'm Zojie Rain, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care, stay hydrated, and hug your friends, and be nice to your fellow VTubers and your fellow streamers and your other friends, because we're all just out here trying our best. Bye bye.